Most people hear data scientist and picture someone who just builds AI models and gets paid a ridiculous amount of money to do it. The reality is a bit more nuanced than that. If you want to become a data scientist, there are several factors you need to take into consideration. Things like job security, salary, day-to-day tasks. So let's break down everything you need to know in order to make an informed decision. First up, the day-to-day. The job itself is a mix of things. You're writing code, mostly Python and SQL, working with data that is almost never clean or ready to use, building models, and then explaining what those models mean to people who don't really want to look at a chart. The ratio changes depending on where you work. At a big tech company, you might spend most of your time on machine learning. At a mid-sized startup, you're probably doing a bit of everything, including some work that feels more like a data analyst than a scientist. The title is broad, and the day-to-day varies more than most job descriptions let on. Now, is there actually demand for this? Yes, and it's not hype. The Bureau of Labor Statistics projects data science roles to grow around 35% over the next decade, which is well above average. The catch is that the competition has grown just as fast. You're not just up against computer science graduates anymore. You're up against people with master's degrees, a portfolio of projects, and sometimes years of domain experience in finance or healthcare or whatever field they're coming from. The jobs exist, but you have to be genuinely prepared to get one. Job security is where things get interesting, especially with everything happening in AI right now. A lot of people assume AI is coming for this career. I'd actually argue it's doing the opposite. Someone has to build these systems, evaluate them, figure out why they're producing bad outputs, and translate all of that into something a business can actually use. That person is usually a data scientist. The AI wave didn't shrink this field, it expanded it. Getting in is the hard part nobody talks about, honestly. You don't need a PhD. You do need Python, SQL, and a solid enough understanding of statistics and machine learning to work with them without just copying code you don't understand. How you get there, whether that's a degree, a boot camp, or self-studying, matters less than what you can actually show. A portfolio of real projects where you solved a real problem will do more for you than most certificates. Once you're in, the career has real room to move. Around the 4 or 5 year mark, most people hit a decision point. You either go deeper into the technical side, moving toward machine learning engineering or research, or you start moving toward managing a team and eventually leading a data function. Both paths pay well, and both are viable. It's not a career you get stuck in if you're good at it. But what about the work environment? Well, it's one of the better ones out there, to be honest. It's remote-friendly by nature, since most of the work is on a laptop and doesn't require you to be anywhere specific. Day to day, you're splitting time between deep solo work and meetings where you present findings to non-technical people. If presenting makes you uncomfortable, that's worth knowing now because it's part of the job at every level. And for the most important part of all, salary.
Hello, I like money.
Well, according to Glassdoor, data scientists make on average between $122K and $198K annually, with the median being $154K. Outside the US, the numbers are lower in absolute terms, but data science still pays above average for most local markets. It's one of the better compensating fields you can get into without going to medical school or law school. So, should you do it? Well, if you like working with data, can handle the learning curve, and are willing to put in real work to build your skills, yes. It's hard to get into, but the career flexibility and the pay make it worth it. And if you are looking for a place to learn data science, AI engineering, or any other IT-related field, then Coursera, today's sponsor, has got your back. Coursera offers a plethora of courses on generative AI and prompt engineering, but 3 courses stand out for prompt engineering specifically. First, we have Google AI Essentials, a beginner-friendly, under 10-hour course taught by actual Google AI practitioners. You'll learn how AI works, how to write effective prompts, and how to use it responsibly. 0 experience needed. Once you're comfortable, Google Prompting Essentials takes it further. It's a 4-step course where you will learn things like how to prompt like a pro, how to design prompts for everyday tasks, and how to use AI for more advanced tasks, but it's still beginner-friendly. Coursera also offers IBM's Generative AI Prompt Engineering Basics, which teaches about best practices, advanced techniques, and important tools you will certainly need. All 3 are on Coursera, self-paced, with Google and IBM certificates you can put on LinkedIn. And you can use my link in the description to get a whopping 40% off 3 months of Coursera Plus. So hurry up.